I'm finally ready to film, and in case you haven't heard, Michaela is getting married! I'm so excited. This is the classic case of a stranger on the internet that matters probably more to you than many people you actually know, but I'm so happy for her. And also, before you ask, no, I didn't make this, I wish, but it was a find in TK Maxx. It's adorable and we're gonna wear it. But after all of this shenanigan, what are we gonna do today? It's about time to get to the end of this project. In case you're not familiar with it, I made at least one other video about it, and it is my blue sweater. It has changed a lot since the beginning. What we are going to do now is this back panel slash front panel. This is what we have left of the yarn. It is a total of 4 skeins together, so I've used quite a bit for this one. So we're going to see how much we have left of this one to get down to the sleeves. It is time for an update. So guys, I have huge news. Here we have our beautiful back panel slash first panel, and here I have it. This is panel number 2. A lot bigger than the other one, but we need to cover those hips and the sides, so I needed to make it bigger to make sure that it fit. Finally, I have it. I wanted to make sure 1000% that it was exact, and it is exact. If I hold them together like this, the length is exactly matching. I have measured it, I promise, on the table. I will show you. Maybe it's just because I'm holding it against my body and you actually need to see it flat, but on the flat side, these two match up. The only issue that I have in this construction of the piece is, of course, that they're not the same length. And in every sensible crocheter tutorial that I saw, of course, this was why you need to make it arrive to the half and then close it up, and the half is gonna be the middle part that you're gonna then attach your sleeves to. So for my case, that is not a fundamental, because I've seen the tube constructed in 2 ways, because we don't have any shoulders, which is great. So I saw the tube constructed in 2 ways. The first way is as I did it in 2 panels that you then stitch together. The other way was to make it a single panel that you then stitch together only on one side. So we're gonna assume that mine is made like that. And then I'm going to basically count from the point I close to make them match up approximately. And I'm going then to create the sleeves separately, and this is so far the material that we have left for the sleeves. It's not bad, and I think I'm gonna work on the sleeves a lot tomorrow especially, but I really wanted to close it off. We also need to weave in some ends. Here you can see that we have a few loose ends on the places that I knotted it to, but overall I'm so proud and satisfied of the fact that we are finally seeing a milestone of this project, and I'm super excited to start on another piece. This piece is gonna be super, let's call it easy to form, because it's gonna just be straight up and we're gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we reach the circumference of the arm, and then we are gonna attach it to the side of the panel here, and then we are going to attach the top part, which is this one. I keep losing the stitches that I used to count, but that method helped me a lot, even though it's not perfectly straight, but it's close enough. What you need to do later to attach this one is to attach it to the top. I'm gonna basically tube it up and insert it, and then here I'm gonna have the other panels plus sleeves attached, and I just need to attach it from the top. I don't know if it makes sense. I'm not even sure that that is how it's done, but this is a problem for later on me. So we're gonna figure out this shoulder piece later on, because in Chanta DIY's tutorial I couldn't figure it out. I wanted to share this happy news with you, and I'm gonna bring you along in the stitching process, because at least we're gonna have one full body part, and we're gonna finally be able to wear it. Because my issue with this one and why I was so afraid is because I am just afraid that I'm not gonna fit in it, because we have already been there, we have already had that problem. So as soon as I'm gonna be able to wear it over my body, hopefully I am gonna see that I actually fit in it. And if it's by any chance, which I don't think so, too large, we're gonna sew the elastics in on this height pretty much, or wherever it's bulky or looking weird, and we're gonna fix it that way. But anyhow, let's keep going with this. We have a little update on how everything turned out. I really managed to close up one of the sides, and this was supposed to be an invisible stitch, but I bet you can tell it's happening. I can see it quite well. It is a straight line across that you can see quite well. It's gonna probably be placed underneath the armpits, even though it is not balanced, so it might work out, but it's still a bit of a gamble. And then for this second side, I'm actually managing to do a better job because I actually changed the way I performed the mattress stitch. The problem has been that the knots I have made unraveled themselves multiple times, so I am quite annoyed by this fact, especially because I think it's their fault. These nails are unmanageable. For all of you that have long nails, how do you do it? I am so completely unable to function now that I have the longest nails, and I need to hold on until Monday. It's Friday today. I am trying my best. If it comes out very much better than the other side, I am actually gonna probably undo the other close-up and redo it, just because I know that it is no point proceeding with the project if I keep not liking some of it. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it could be better. But I'm not a perfectionist, you know that. I am very much okay with things being a bit wonky and imperfect and having a bit of character. Let's go. Guys, we have some progress. This is the sewed up and closed piece. It looks a bit better from the outside. I don't know if you can see, it's all dark. But from the inside, I think if I weave in all of these ends, that it might actually look better. But regardless of what side I will decide to use, we have to try it on. Okay, don't die on me. Is this huge? It is certainly not body tight. This is how it looks right now, and it definitely is not skin tight. It's not bad at all shape wise. I actually like it quite a bit. I think that it could make a very cool sweater, because I'm not completely big in this, but I honestly think that I need to pull it down a few inches. And so to do that, I think that one of the smartest things I could do would be to open the side that I like the least and maybe try to pull it in a few bits. I don't know how to make this work, but I think that if I tried pulling it in on one of the sides, it could actually turn out exactly how I want it. But this is where we are at. The first one was small, this one is big. I am so bad at sizing myself for these patterns. It was actually, I think, good what I did for the first side. So I actually made a bigger panel for nothing, because it was actually okay to leave it as the 95 stitches. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I am pretty unwatchable this morning, and that's on purpose. I have no makeup on. I am not feeling great because I have project updates to share with you about what happened yesterday and a little bit the day before. So I'm making myself porridge as I share what the disaster has been. This is the project that I'm currently working on, and finally at a decent stage, I have to say. So here I have the yarn that I still have to weave in ends, and here I have the piece that I managed to create that actually fits me. The yarn and the front part, I think, are beautiful. You can see that it's all smooth, all nice. And the top part is nice. We can hide the back part, which is the part that I struggled the most yesterday. So if you look on camera, especially with this lighting, I don't really think that you can see it. So here I have, if you look a bit closer, a difference in the thickness of the fabric, because this is kind of more meshy, more open. You can kind of see my hand underneath, not that much though, which is positive. And here is the part that I added and that I sewed in. You can see, and it's not perfectly smooth because there has been some sewing going on. I've only picked up some back loops, but basically what I created has been this side part that you can see a little bit from behind, and it creates the padding that is very clear in the internal part. So what I have done so far has been that I have basically sewn on the various pieces here, and that I've created this padding, and I didn't think about cutting it because I was so terrified that something wrong was gonna happen. And we still have this little bit that is basically leftover that I think we should try the cutting with, because this whole bit needs to be sewn in the same exact way as the other one was, which I'm thinking at the moment of maybe taking off, because I have spent quite a bit of time working on it, and that is the truth of the matter. So it's not great, but I have spent time working on it and sewing it on and creating this padding. But what this does, especially here at the corner, is it creates a bit of an uneven bit. So maybe I have to sew off the scraps, like this top part that is a bit less perfect, that can be hidden on with the front part but is not great, and cut off this side bit. So I think we're gonna go on, because I've seen a method to actually cut through, and here, because I sewed already everything on, I think it's gonna be okay, at least to cut this bit off, and then we will think what we will do with the padding that I have created. Okay, it got stuck. So I made an unhinged quantity of porridge. I don't know why it's so much. I don't know if I wanna keep working on this bit of the project, which I'm not 100% happy with. I will now take off the top bit, work on the bodice, and see if I can come up with anything decent by maybe 1 hour, and then see what I can do. I didn't sleep a ton. This project kept obsessing me, so it's something that I really think that I need to work on a little bit to kind of feel a bit more mentally free and able to sleep and concentrate on other things. So we're gonna see where we land, and hopefully it's not gonna be a complete disaster, because I really want to make this project work. Project update. This is what I managed to secure so far. It doesn't seem like much, but one of the sides is completely secured, and you can see that it's basically a ruffled edge here, and I need to go back and fix some other of the loose ends. But honestly, I'm not mad about it, because this time it came out quite neat, and I'm much prouder of what came out. So this is the side, and the side is completely done and dusted, which is good. The only bit that is messy is this top part that I am unsure about. Maybe I should go around and crochet another row of double crochets on top all the way around to make it more even and catch in this bit. So far the progress is something I'm liking. The piece is lighter, the waist is huge, but it is what it is. I think that saving the piece is gonna be worth it. Let's go on. Let's go on. Guys, look at this. I am so excited. This is finally coming together. I cannot believe it. So I know it looks a bit weird because I have this shirt underneath. One sec. Okay, here it is. It is still not super duper tight on my body. It is slightly loose, but I think it's still a very nice finally shape that it actually doesn't drop down. Here is the place where you can see maybe there is a little bit of gapping. I think that the way I'm gonna try to fix it is maybe turn it around. One more sec. Actually, maybe yes. I feel that overall it might be a better top part that we are looking at. I don't know if this should be the front or the back, because I think that somehow, because I still need to finish the border at the bottom, because if you can see here there is a bit of an edge of the part that I closed up, so I still need to make a bit of a part here to kind of fill it up and reclose it on this side. But I still think that there will be a part that will be slightly longer than the other, so it can either be like this, so shorter back, or like this, where it's gonna be a longer front that covers the belly fully and shorter back. But maybe it looks better with shorter front, but we will see. This finally fits me, it doesn't slide. The other one is slightly open, so I feel that it accommodates the hips better. And finally we have something that I can work with. I am so happy. The internal part doesn't bother me the slightest bit. It's not great inside, it's not great looking. Maybe I'll show you later how it looks. This one is the invisible seam, so I think it really looks amazing. You cannot really tell. And overall, we're making so much progress. So now what I want to do is finish the border here and maybe add the white border. And this is going to be such a huge amount of progress that I'm so insanely grateful that I've made today. And after this is all completed, maybe I will redo the ribbing on this one and make it with double crochets instead of single crochets. That might actually look better. Honestly, you have no idea how screwed I was. 2 days ago, it was a completely different story. So far, super duper happy. It's gonna look deadly good. And also because we have this band, I don't even feel bad about putting an elastic here or on the sides or all the way around, because I think that that would be even more secure for the top and make it even more secure. And even if it's a white elastic, no one's gonna see it because this one is gonna be covering the top, so it's gonna look amazing. Oh, I'm so proud of how this is coming out. I can't wait to work more on it, and I can't wait to make more progress. If possible, I'm in an even rougher state compared to this morning, so ignore this whole mess because I'm literally spiraling. I have unwittingly slept through most of the afternoon. This morning, also something else that I really didn't want to happen happened. So it was a stupid thing, but it still sent me down a spiral. Oh, and did I mention that I also opened my palm because I tried screwing the conditioner's bottle that instead of unscrewing broke my skin because it's so tightly shut. Producers, people that make products, are you insane? And I wanted to spend the afternoon finishing this beautiful piece, at least for the parts that I had told you before, and I haven't made any progress. So I am going to progress now with at least making the white border. And what I'm going to try to do is to diminish the thickness of the hook that I'm going to use, because in this one that we did, it is nice but slightly uneven. So I'm going to try to size down, and I'm going to decide if I want to make it single chains or double chains. How do we judge it? I think fine. Let's see each other after a gazillion double crochets. Guys, my mood is finally slightly better because look at this! Look at this! It looks amazing. I cannot wait to try it on. Honestly, I made a simple round of double crochets. I just wanted to have the white border as I saw in the video, and oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Tell me what you think, but I really think it looks amazing. And I love the fact that it's slightly longer in the back and shorter in the front. The part that actually ends up being the front is actually the part that fits me the most. I am so dang happy. So what I'm left with is just weaving in the ends and redoing the border of this part, because I did it in single crochets and I actually want to make it in double crochets because it actually looks so much better. I went down 1/2 size of hook. So instead of 3.5, I used a 3, and that actually helped because I think that this yarn is not as forgiving as the blue yarn that I've used. The process hasn't been super duper smooth. It tends to split a little bit more, especially because this hook is not the absolute best, I honestly have to say. We'll see each other soon with the weaving in and the final border for this section of the process. And we're done for this weekend. Let's get going. Final stretch. This was the starting chain or ending chain of this project. So I'm gently going to unravel it. And gentle has not been the key word for this project. So proud and happy that this happened. Let's get stitching. This is taking forever. I don't know how much it took, but this is all I have done so far. Help! I didn't take that long to make the other one, but this one, for some weird reason, has some very weird holes. Sometimes if I stick the hook to some very weird holes, I need to
actually go down and grab a hook that
my brain is dead. Like here, you see this weird hole that came up. It is so weird, and I need to basically go in, grab a stitch underneath so that it's secured and it looks a little bit better because it doesn't have the hole. But because this yarn is splitty, I need to be extra careful, and because it's a second color, Obviously on white you see everything. Guys, never make the mistake to think that crocheting in white is a nice thing to do, but let's get going. We reached the almost end of the yarn, so I need to attach it, and we are basically halfway through. It is not looking bad, I'm not mad at it. It's not perfectly straight because I think I did a terrible job with the border, like horrid. So I have to pick up some stitches here and there. And I am sorry to say it's not perfectly straight, and that I'm sorry. It doesn't look great, but I hope that by the end it will be okay. I'm not redoing this. I don't know, I can only redo maybe a few, but here there's a very weird one. I am losing my mind. This was supposed to take not that much, but it turns out that I did this ribbing very badly, but like very badly. There are mistakes that I didn't know were possible, that every mistake that could possibly be made, I think I made for this project. So I think that this ribbing is gonna take me a whole lot to finish and complete, but I really hope that I can do it by today. It's already 10, so I'm gonna give it maybe another half an hour-ish, maybe an hour tops, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And if I don't complete it by today, I would be so sad, but at the same time, the truth is that here it is worse than I thought, and in a very long time I was able to complete badly not very much of it. Send me good vibes, guys, because this is taking forever. I just want to be done. I just want to be done. And we're back, and it doesn't look much better than it did before, which is nice to know. I don't want to keep ripping back. It comes closer, but it's still weird here, especially. Oh, this project is just a curse. And the problem is, as always, that you're like, oh, I just need to finish this and then I'm done. And in my case, that is the famous last words. It's gonna take forever and I'm never gonna be able to finish it. I don't even know what time it is. Will I feel so proud when I finish it? Maybe. Or maybe I will settle for whatever looks good enough. Let's get going. Third time is the charm. Finally! It looks somewhat decent. I like my border. I don't want to scream when I see it. I am excited about it. So yay for a decent border. Not perfect by any means. There is a bit of a shuffle back here, but at this point we are too far in to redo it again and again and again. So finally time to attach the yarn and to keep on going and hopefully finish this border before going to bed. At this point in the game, I really don't think that I'm gonna be able to weave in the ends. I hoped that I could do that because it's just one of those maybe pesky things about finishing this bit of the project that I really wanted to get done so that we can finally head in, you know, a bit more confidently into the new section with the sleeves. This yarn is actually nice-ish, but in my mind it is way too splitty for what I personally like. I can work with splitty yarn, is not a deal breaker, but just know that I'm not gonna repurchase this yarn ever again. Let me get going. Guys, we finally have it! this is it. I am so proud that we finally have this ribbing done. It is not perfect, as I said. There are bits that are quite weird, and I just hope that by wearing it, it will kind of fade into the mix of everything that is happening. It will also have the bow on the side, so that another little distraction. The only thing I need to do is weave in the ends, and that won't be done today, and it won't be done in this video. I think this is a good way to conclude. I am not going to show you how it looks because for that I really want to wait for the end. I have shown you that it fits me, I can wear it, it's nice looking, but we are not gonna have the fit check. That is gonna be in the next video. And so thank you so much for hanging on with me and supporting me through this whole mess. I can't wait to get this done, proceed. And I hope that you at least had fun, a bit of company, maybe some crochet company, or forgive me for this abrupt cut, but my camera died and I am just registering this outro. I am sorry for this inconvenience, but if you enjoyed the video, enjoyed any part of it, please subscribe, like it, and I really hope you had fun and you'll stick around to see the result. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye guys!